Don't you just want to be constantly enjoying your life? You do that by having the types of beliefs that help you, not hinder you. Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Diana and let's get into it. Today's quote states, "What you believe is what you settle for." This is huge because again, our minds are literally impacting us. What we believe literally impacts us, and so it's important to either shift your mindset or know exactly what you are believing, right? So, okay, with this quote, I thought it was really great to talk about. For example, I had a client once and she made a ton of money, and she would be so generous. She was actually one of the most generous people that I know. But the thing is that she never held money. Money would just slip out of her hands, right? Like every time she would make money, it would either first go into where it needed to go and then it would disappear. And she would always tell me, "Oh yeah, I just don't know how to hold money. I can't hold money. I just don't hold money. I love to give it away and it just goes." And I'm like, "Oh, that's wonderful." Now, if you remember one of the videos that I made, it was about having compassion for yourself and how important it is to ensure that you're also compassionate for you. She didn't have that compassion for herself, but she had so much compassion for others. And so she would always just burn money. It would get out of her fingers as soon as she would have it. And that was a belief she had. She strongly believed that she could not hold money. And I said to herself, how can you not hold money? You're making money, you have money. And so I kind of showed her how I was doing things, and then I would just kind of grill her. I would grill her. It's crazy, but like sometimes when I am quite passionate about something, I would just kind of try to not enforce you, but to just, I don't know, persuade you with enthusiasm or something. I don't know, just to kind of truly encourage you to do the thing that will help you get there. Because I honestly believe that if I know something works, I want you to be able to do the thing. I want you to be able to get there. I want you to get the thing you want, right? And so my goal was to just constantly plant in her the importance of having the ability to hold money and teaching her how to do that. When she finally got there, right, it took her, I think, about a year to get there, because it's hard when you're a spender. It's hard when you just, this is something that's passionate for you, where it's like, okay, I have, of course I'm going to give away. And so, but because she believed that she could not hold the money, that was something that she could not do. And so that's what she settled for. That's what she kept doing constantly, not being able to hold money, not being able to save, not being able to just control her finances. And so that is what she settled for. That's how she was living her life for so many years. But we had to change that because she had dreams. And so when I worked with her on that and just got her into that position of, okay, let's learn how to hold this money. When she started holding the money, she was able to start building her home. She started building her home because she was now able to do something different, right? She started believing differently, which became her new settlement. Right? She no longer settled for the fact that, okay, I can't hold money. No, now she knew she could hold money. And what that helped her do was be able to plant her own seeds, build for herself, and XYZ, do other things, but also while still being generous. And so it's so important to understand that what you believe is what you settle for. If you believe that, oh, you can't go to school, for instance, right? You can't learn this one subject. Guess what? You're not going to go and learn that subject. You're never going to end up getting the knowledge that you would like to get. But if you change that belief, you have a higher chance of actually going to the school, of actually studying the subject, of taking notes XYZ. Does that make sense? So it's important that what you believe is actually going to impact you in a positive way. And if you're finding yourself in places or in positions where you feel that, oh, this is just the life that I am dealt with, well, it's because it's what you have believed. If the life that you feel you have been dealt with is not the life that you would like to have, then it's time to change that belief. Because once you start to change that belief, you will start to do things differently. You will start to move in ways that will align with how you want to really live. Does that make sense? Put in the, I was going to say chat, but it's not live, but put in the comments below if it's making sense for you, because I actually want to know if it is. I want to make sure that you are getting this. I want to know that it's helping you if you're in that place, right? But again, what you believe is important. What you believe can actually deter or move you. Let's say, for instance, also you're that girly who feels that, oh no, I'm not beautiful and so I can't do this. Well, guess what? That's what you're going to settle for. By feeling not beautiful, you're going to end up shrinking yourself. You're going to hide yourself. You're going to feel as if you don't belong in certain spaces because you don't look a certain way. I will say, one of the things that I am beyond grateful for is what I believe about myself, because I'm not the conventional beauty and I have got a lot of flaws. However, when I look at myself in the mirror, it's as if all of that disappears and I'm always like, wow, I'm so hot. I'm so beautiful. I mean, there are days where I'm just like, okay, I need to get some more sleep, but for the most part, I'm just like, wow, thank God. And I know that, you know, it's a different look, but I have a different belief towards that. And so because I believe that, I feel confident going out there. I feel confident doing this or presenting myself because it's what I believe. And so having the belief that will move you into the direction that you want to be on is important. Having the belief that will help you succeed in whatever you want to succeed in will benefit for you. And it's what you will end up settling for. But if you believe things that are not in alignment with where you want to be, then guess what? You're going to settle for that, and that's not going to lead you or move you forward. And don't you want that? Don't you just want to be living more vibrant? Don't you just want to be constantly enjoying your life? You do that by having the types of beliefs that help you, not hinder you. Okay? So, what you believe is what you settle for. Believe the things that you want so that you can actually get out of that settlement of, oh, I can't, oh, I'm not, oh, things are not going well for me, oh, ... When you believe differently, having more positive mindset, having more positive attitudes, having just an attitude of success in a way, then you have that belief that's going to lead you towards where you want. Does that make sense? I hope I'm not going in like 20 different directions because this is just all coming in at once. But yeah, what you believe is what you settle for. So believe things that are actually good for you. Believe things that will actually help you move towards your goals. Believe things that will help you do the right thing. Do the thing that kind of gets you to where you want to get. Believe in yourself with your capabilities. Believe in your capabilities, right? Believe in your abilities and believe that it's possible, right? Because when you believe that it's possible, guess what? The things that you thought you couldn't do, well, now you're going to take classes for them. Well, now you're going to research them. Well, now you're going to study or figure it out. But you're not going to limit yourself to your other belief that kind of keeps you in a place that is not where you want to be. Because on this channel, we want to elevate our lives. We want to live our best lives. We want to have more enjoyment and joy and peace and happiness in our lives, right? And to do that, we want to believe things that help us get there, right? And belief isn't just something that's going to magically get you there, right? So sometimes you might think, oh, okay, I'm just believing for this thing, but it takes more than that, right? Belief is a stepping stone. It's the step that gets you to the other steps that get you to exactly where you need to get. So once you start believing more into the things that you want, into the things that are possible for you, guess what? You start moving in that direction, right? Because it's the same. If you believe for lack, you will have lack, because you will move in a direction that leads you towards lack. If you believe that you're never gonna get there, you will move in a direction that will never get you there. If you believe you don't look good, guess what? You will do things that will make you look ungood. Is that a word? Not good. Right? So you want to do things that create positive results. You want to believe in things that will help you create positive outcomes. And that's why what you believe is important. So yeah, that's it for today's topic. I know it was a lot, sort of repetitive, but it's important to just get that in your mind. Get that in your mind that, hey, I can change things around. Hey, I don't have to be stuck somewhere. Hey, I don't have to be doing the things that I'm doing if they're not serving me or working for me. I can change that, right? And that's a positive belief, because it's like, oh, okay, so now I'm no longer going to settle for the other thing. I have a new foundation that I'm going to live after or to move into. And so that's how we start to move mountains. That's how we start to see things coming our way, things working out for us, because we are believing differently, which allows us to move differently so that we can actually start getting the results we desire. All right, my friends, that's it for today's topic. I hope it was helpful. But if you want to ignite your mind to align with your desires and start moving your dreams forward, I invite you to check out the Mindset Ignition. Link is in the description box below. Hope to see you there. All right, don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.